drink here.
Oh, you did you? It's fantastic.
Yum.
All right, we're back for part 2, and where we left off. So, Bo, there you go.
All right, Hope tumbles to the ground, and with her last remaining life energy, takes her freshly cut stump and tries to push it into the fist that was held by her wrist, but it slips away a little bit as her arm goes down. She's gonna have to make one more roll, acrobatics roll on your way down. Force of will.
Acrobatics is great 25.
All right, so you spread out like a full, like just land on your back, completely spread out with your one effort to extend your stump out to the hand, and it, as soon as you pull it in close, your flesh begins to stretch out like spaghetti noodles and intertwine with the stump that's in the fist. Everyone sees this, and then as it attaches within seconds, a large wave of energy flies out, knocking everyone on the exterior of the tower on their ass. You instantly restore to full health as if you had had a long rest. You're completely refreshed, and you now have 2 items to add to your inventory. I'll let you take your time with that. It's Sorander's Fist. You should be able to find it, as well as the Hand of the Voice.
Damn.
Okay. But I'll go into detail. There's a lot in there. Might require years of study by scholars. But anyways, we'll get to that. As you connect with the hand, everything, a large wave of force explodes out in all directions, knocking everything down. And you basically, you have full energy. Your eyes are wide open. You're lying on the ground, and you immediately scramble back up into a fighting position and look around. You have this large white and gold and fist that has this purple energy that's like this smoke, this exhaust that's sort of fueling out of it. You feel that the fist is fully charged in some way. And you have access to all of its abilities. But as you move to act, you notice that nothing is moving and that a hooded figure is standing out on the battlefield where you didn't see one before. So for the benefit of other players, you can hear Hope talking, but you can't hear the voice, which begins now. Finally, you've made it. Stand. Come, arise, my champion.
Hope will stand up and get closer.
In the time that I've waited for you, I've accumulated enough energy to buy us a few moments. You belong to me now. And together we will do great things. Tell me, what do you wish for?
To become a god.
Good. The path you will walk on will present you with many difficult decisions. It will know if you are truly worthy. Are these yours? And he points to Varel, or he says, "Is this yours?" And he points to Varel on the ground with his stick that he has. You can't see his face. It's just a black area where his hood is.
A black area.
Okay, so he's pointing to Varel, basically asking if Varel is one of my companions.
He's asked if it belongs to you.
Oh, shit. Hope will nod yes.
He is a beautiful specimen. Varel, you can see this, but you can't react to it. But you see in blank air a sort of form of a hooded man, made almost of mist or of a trick of the light, kneel down before you. and he touches his hand extends out, and he touches the hole in your chest where the eye once was. And he says, "Old friend, what have they done to you?" And he begins, you hope you can see this clearly. He takes his hand out, and almost like he grabs a pile of spaghetti from thin air, these strands sort of pull out from his chest. Then he takes his hand and he reconfigures. He seems to be sewing with one hand, and then he just lets it go. And slowly the eye just regenerates inside of his chest. And Varel, you feel your chest pump with fire as the eye blinks rapidly. You will need this one. And then as he says that, the fist dislodges from your hand and falls to the ground. You will not need that. And then he turns to the massive army, who are starting to slowly get back up in slow motion, just with, show them the extent of your power. And then as you do that, your body becomes racked with pain, and the following things take effect. So I want you to unequip now, sorry, the fist of Zorander's fist. But you have the hand of the voice equipped, is that right?
Yes.
So let's go over what's happening to you in this moment. Okay, so all right, your strength score, if it hasn't automatically already become that, should become 20. All right. Any melee spell attack you make with the hand or any melee weapon attack will deal an extra 2d8 cold damage. Your hand has 16 charges, and it's fully charged currently. And you get the following spells: Finger of Death, Sleep, Good Berry, Slow, and Teleport.
As long as I have good berries, I think.
Okay.
We're all good.
Good berries is important. You'll see soon, maybe. Misdirection of the voice. You also have this ability to cast the spell Mislead, except this one doesn't use charges. Basically, it's a d6 recharge. So as soon as you cast it, you roll a d6. If you roll a 6, you get to use it again. If not, you have to wait till next day. Okay. The other important thing that you're going to learn about this is that you're master of the fist bearer. We'll get to that later.
Okay.
The other thing that you need to know is that this item has a curse. So you immediately suffer a -5 reduction to your charisma. Okay. Your body temperature is always cold, and your body cannot feel the pleasure and comfort of warmth unless you're near a heat source like a sun or from a spell of 9th level or higher. Your physical frame becomes unnaturally muscled and uneven, so everyone can see before them, happening in very quick motion, that your body's beginning to spasm and to become muscly, but also hideous and uneven like a hunchback. As you spasm, your teeth become sharp and exaggerated, kind of like a Ferengi, and your horns begin tripling in size, and they curl into big sort of round curls.
Holy shit.
A large streak of
Awesome.
silver hair grows from your head. It has special abilities that I won't get into here, but basically it's unbreakable. So if you cut it off, you can use it as an unbreakable hair. Your body becomes covered in the scars and fatal wounds that killed previous bearers of the Hand of the Voice. You now have a hole in your forehead where an arrow pierced through. You have burned flesh and the outline of a glyph upon your face. You have a large scar around your neck where someone was decapitated previously. You have 13 line-shaped scars where fatal slices and stabs penetrated the body. You have a large bruise pattern on your back where someone was crushed. And you have patches of bumpy, gnarled skin where a disease ravaged a previous bear. So you're now hideous. You look grotesque. The voice looks to you and says, "Show them your power." And he motions towards one of the demons that is slowly getting up before you.
Oh, shoot. So I'm going to assume he wants me to use Finger of Death on it. I mean, that's what I would use.
It's what I would use too.
Okay,
Just
so
his bow.
yeah, right. That's so awesome. All right, so Hopeful, I guess, can she walk or does she hobble now?
You can walk your fully, like, even though you're hideous, you could walk, but still walk at speed if you want. It's up to you, the details and particulars of your hideousness. But you can move. You're fully recovered.
Okay, she'll walk in that regalness that she had to learn as queen, and she'll put a finger to the demon's forehead and cast Finger of Death.
Okay, so you send negative energy coursing through a creature you can see within range, causing it searing pain. It must make a Constitution saving throw, which it fails, and it takes 78 plus 30 necrotic damage.
Hold on, let me put this together here. All right, looks like 65 damage.
Okay, perfect. So it dies instantly as soon as you touch it. You see the life drain out of its body as if something ripped the soul from it, and it just falls limp to the ground. And the man in the hood looks to you and says, "Watch." And then within seconds, that creature begins rising again before you, and the creatures next to it look at it in shock. Give it your will. You have a zombie version of one of those creatures under your control.
Wow.
Holy shit. I want to ride it as a mount. I want it to bend before me so I can get on its neck, and then I'll have it fight the other demons around it.
Okay, so you say this to the hooded man, or do you just start moving towards the...
I'll just start doing it.
The hooded man says, "Wait."
Hope will stop.
Arm your general. And time begins returning to normalcy. And everyone begins getting back up. Hope, you have a full complement of actions. You get a fresh turn as if it was still your turn. But we're now back into turn order. What do you want to do? This zombie is now under your control.
Hope will yell out, "Pharrell, the fist is yours!" And then she'll order the beast to bend down so she can get on top of it and basically use it as her fighting robot.
Okay, perfect. So you get it kneels down. You climb on top of this winged zombie demon, and you can fly up to 60 feet in the air this turn if you want. You can command it if you wish, using your action.
Okay, so she's on it, she's mounted. She'll command it to fly up 30 feet to get maybe lure the other demons up after it, but otherwise just 30 feet in the air.
Perfect. All right, you fly up 30 feet, and as you fly up 30 feet, you don't suffer any opportunity attacks. In fact, they step back from you and decidedly not attack you. They give you space and don't attack.
Okay, seeing this then, Hope will drop back down 30 feet and basically protect the front door, and hopefully the paladins take the cue to run back in.
Okay, perfect. All right, anything else you want to do with your turn?
That's it.
All right, Stanley, you're up. Now, you've witnessed all of this. The only thing you haven't seen is the hooded figure speaking to Hope.
All right. Well, that's a lot to take in. Stanley's gonna move to the doors.
Just as a quick mention, remember Elantris just said she was going to close the door. You may need to stop her if you don't want to do that. Although she asked. In that way where she's going to do it.
Oh, I thought she was asking me to do it.
No, she was asking, like there was this moment where she's had to make, it seemed like inside she had to make a hard choice, right? And she's like, I'm going to close the door. And you could respond to her, you could not, but it looks like that's the call she's making.
Stanley, seeing what's going on with Hope, is just going to turn to her and say, "Hold on. This may still go our way." And I guess I'll just stand by the door. I don't even really have an action to ready necessarily.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm just
That's
gonna
fine.
watch. Yeah.
Okay, so you move towards the door and just look out and see and bear witness. Similar to you, the paladins who were fighting and protected the back have witnessed this unholy act, and they're all standing in shock. And they are just looking towards you, uncertain of what to do or what this means, but knowing that because because the hand of the voice has ended up in the possession of someone, that they've failed, and that the realization of this failure is all across their faces. Hope as you look out among them. Nash, it is your turn.
Okay. Man. Those of us who were ducked just inside, we saw all this, right?
Yeah,
Like
you saw all of
Stanley
this.
and stuff.
The only thing
Okay.
you didn't see was the hooded man, or you didn't hear his voice.
Okay, well. Man. I mean, we still have stuff to kill, so. Can you give me a timer on my concentration minute? Am I still going? Am I still one?
I think you're still going, but Varel went down, so I think that means you're clear.
Oh, maybe it cleared it. Okay.
I'm pretty sure it clears it if the target goes down.
Oh, I'm down?
Weren't you down? Oh, no, you weren't down. You did go down. Go back up? Or do you never went down?
I've got 6 big city hit points.
Oh,
No.
yeah! Okay, it still works. Yeah, sorry, my bad.
Okay, so you're
I
still
was
up.
despairing too much for evil has won this day.
And the win it, and the win it, the thing has not, the timer hasn't gone down then. He's still under.
Yeah,
dazed.
do you have a check, Varel, for the amount of time? I think you're like on 6 turns or something like that. 10.
Yes, I am at 6 on my rage, so I believe he cast it 1 turn before, so we're at 7.
Okay. So he's still got 3 rounds left.
All right. Well, knowing that,
I would mention one thing.
yeah,
Varel is still taking 10 points of damage per turn.
yeah.
With his 6 big city hit points, he's going to die as soon as his turn starts. And you're pretty much the last turn before him. So
I know.
if there's some way you could run up to him and throw a potion into his mouth, he'd love that. I'm pretty sure.
I mean,
I think I gave everyone a health potion.
did you?
I drank mine, but everybody else should have theirs.
That's right.
I don't.
Well, I won't be down because of a certain item returning to me.
That's true. Good point.
Why don't I see this?
I was just looking for suggestions for Nash.
I have Stanley's 2 scrolls. I have 8 scrolls of reverse gravity. I have my umbrella dong. I don't appear to have proper inventory for the potion, but maybe I just didn't put it in. It's probably me. So let's assume I have one, actually.
I mean, I gave everyone 1 potion before the battle from the blacksmith. I think.
Okay. If that's the case, I just didn't write. I
That
just
doesn't sound wrong, right? Everyone else has one? John confirmed his.
Okay.
Yep, I drank mine. I don't think anybody else drank theirs.
Can you tell me the name of it just so I can? Well, it won't matter because here's what I'm going to do. If I've got it, I'm running up to Varel with my movement. I don't have a piece on the board, so I can't really see it. And I'm going to give it to him, even though he may have other ways around this. Let's pad it. Let's pad his chances.
Okay, perfect. So you run out. Varel, do you fight against this?
No, my mouth is open anyway.
All right, so Nash comes running out of the tower with a potion.
And I'm going to hold it
What
like
is
an
he yelling?
alligator mouth. You know how they hold an alligator's mouth open? I'm just going to hold open the top part and just go and pour it in there.
I think it's, what was it, John? 48 plus 4?
I don't know.
Was it
if
regular
that
healing
much.
potion?
Yeah, I think it was just called healing potion.
Yeah.
I got a 2d4 plus 2.
Okay,
that
that
sounds right.
Yeah.
All right, well, then I pour it down his throat like a maniac.
All right, do you run back in or do you stay outside?
I go back in.
All right, so Nash runs out, dumps a potion down your lizard mouth, and then runs back into the tower.
Yeah.
Brave Nash.
Yeah. We're all counting on you, and I leave.
Oh, it's so funny.
That's my turn.
Okay, perfect. So you have a bonus action if you want to do anything else, Nash?
No, just gonna continue to observe and keep my focus on his
He's
haste.
hiding, but no, Hope's at full health. I was gonna say, I think he has more hit points than all of us combined.
I might.
but
I have
maybe-
65 total hit points, so I'm actually doing all right. But keep the squishies in the back, man.
Sure.
Okay, so perfect. So that's your turn.
Yeah.
It's now the turn of this the commander creature. The commander creature lets out a series of noises that are like, and does nothing else. Oh, then he turns invisible, and does nothing else. Varel, it is your turn. You take 10 bleeding damage. Are we still have big city hit points?
Yes. Is the bleed damage typed? I don't think it is.
It isn't typed. It's just
Okay,
you bleed.
right.
I think it might. So let me just check in case that is important for your character.
I mean, I got 4 still sporting, but
It just says slashing damage. It counts technically as slashing damage. If you need
Okay,
to know the
cool.
type. Yeah.
then we can resist it.
Okay. Oh, should you have known that in earlier rounds?
No, I thought we had clarified that. I just wanted to double sure because now hit points are getting very important. So I was
see.
previously resisting it. I was double checking now.
Perfect. All right, you're up. Hope is riding on the shoulders of one of these green zombified demons before you. She has recently amputated her hand and has this putrid, disgusting hand now in her right hand. It's got glyphs and tattoos and long nails and looks wretched. Hope has transformed before your very eyes, and she has dropped the fist at your feet.
Okay. And she commanded me to do something with it?
She said the glove was yours.
Okay. All right, cool. Well, if the glove is at my feet, I will use free action to pick it up.
Yeah, it's got nothing inside, but just a little note before you put it in your hand. You do see the inside where your hand goes, like the lining inside the gauntlet. It's made out of a pink and purple fleshy membrane, and there are rows of teeth all on the inside.
Badass.
Like sharp teeth, like a sarlacc pit almost.
Well, I've never been more proud of Hope, and she's never been more beautiful.
Oh.
So I will grab up the fist as a free action, drop it into the box next to me.
Oh, we got to stop. If you're picking up the fist by wearing it, right?
No,
Or no,
just picking
okay,
it up, right?
Okay, all right. You're just picking up the fist. Okay.
I mean, I'm figuring
Sorry.
it's spent, but you know.
It seems to be exuding terrible power, but you can do what you like.
But she's terrible power now, so the fist is spent.
The hand inside of the fist is gone, but the fist still looks like it did when you pulled it out of the box.
Yeah, there's no change to the fist. It does not look spent or different. It looks like it's there's a purple exhaust coming from it as it was before, and it's glowing with power.
Oh, I mean, this is double win in Varel's eyes, because she is now awesomely powerful. Everything she ever wanted. I get the fist to give to Bacho, so I'm down with this. So I pick it up on its side and toss it in the box next to me.
Okay, no equipping.
No.
Wow. Yeah, okay. Just want to say it's a pretty cool item, but to each his own.
Man, look at that. It's a trap. It's a trap,
It is a
Kyle.
trap.
That DM wants you to wear that fist
It's
too
not a trap.
badly.
You pick up the fist and you toss it in the box, and it sits there, and you realize you don't know how to close it.
Wait, I don't know how to close. Like I can't kick it closed.
It's like a magical puzzle the way it's sort of opened up. It isn't just like a box with a top that opened. It folded open in this ornate way, right? When you opened it last week. So it's like it's on a pedestal. So but let's say this hasn't happened yet. You are going to run into problems closing it because it's not just a lid like a traditional treasure chest. There's some sort of magical procedure from it opening and closing. Does that make sense? Is that enough description for the imagination?
Yeah, no, I get you now. I get you.
You might be able to close it easily. Just, you don't know. It's an unknown.
Interesting. Oh man, I was picturing it all Dumbledore handed, all withered and spent, but it's ready to rock, huh?
No, it's ready to rock. It's in fact, the teeth even seem to be moving. Like
This is the image that was in Slack today. This is the image. Looking down that hose, and he's got it kinked right now.
I'm just laughing because that meme is funny, not because it's in any way reflective of the truth. Not because it hit close to home. That's not what happened.
Uh-huh.
Gotcha. Oh man. Yeah. Okay. My whole fist is spent. We can give it to Tabaccio Fleur for
You can
free
still
now.
do what you want to do. I'm not trying
Yeah.
to talk you out of it. I'm just clarifying impressions you have. It's not spent looking. The box looks challenging potentially to close. Maybe it'll be easy. You don't know. It's a magical box.
He's got a mischievous look upon it. Look at that grin.
I do. I admit.
Look at that DM grin.
It's just we've been building up to this moment for like 3 or 4 weeks now. I'm also just excited for what's happening. But Varel makes the choice Varel makes. Varel's fundamentally as a strain of good, right? He's good.
He's good.
So
He's pretty good.
I mean, victory's won, and I would be overwhelmed with beautiful emotions being rebonded with Grosjean. Like,
that's true.
I don't need anything else in the world. This fist is trash now.
Good
So,
point.
I will. Dude's still kicking it in front of me, right?
Ooh, yep, that guy's still alive. But the body language of these guys is that they've backed away from hope and they're cautiously in like a battle stance. But they don't appear. They're not in the process of attacking for the second. For the few seconds that have transpired, they seem to be guarding.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna proceed as normal then, without DM influence.
All right, you want me to hang up for a minute? I'll go.
What?
Away.
No. You need to know what I'm gonna do. Pick it up on its side, toss it in the box, hasted action, kick the box closed. If it doesn't close, doesn't matter.
Okay, I need you to make an arcane check on your kick, please.
All right.
That's the arcane kick.
12.
Yeah. Okay. So you place it back in the box and you go to kick it in order to close it. Like there's this sort of way that it's folded out, and a little table has pushed it out where it's like being shown. So you try to use your foot to close it back in, and it does fold in parts of the box. So like as you push it in, it folds it up into nearly a box shape, and then as you let go of your foot, it unfolds back out, and is now maximum opening again.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
All right.
He's that little dog with his coffee in the burning building. That's
Yeah,
all
no,
I
this,
say.
this is fine. And I will, so then I will free action, drop my flaming sword,
Uh-huh.
yell, Grosjean is back, and resummon from long ago now my flaming Grosjean sword.
Yes. So from your hand grows an even longer sword than before. And it illuminates the battlefield. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
I will use my normal non-hasted action to attack the nearby demon.
Okay, do it.
The fist is mine, hope is beautiful, and victory is assured. With a 27 for the first attack.
All right, may roll your damage dice.
Oh, good old 3d6. Oh man, I missed these. Oh, that's good. Okay, all right. 11. Oh,
Okay.
wait, hang on. I'm doing math.
I know the feeling.
Oh, wait, hang on. I accidentally clicked my Vorpal blade. Now I've crashed.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Kyle's playing on hard mode with the Vorpal blade in this.
Does it still make it crash?
Yep.
That's so weird.
It is really
Okay.
weird.
I don't get it.
18 points of fire damage on the first attack.
Okay, perfect.
Second attack is a 15 total.
Okay. All right, so you attack it twice, injuring it as it tries to deflect your attacks, but you slice into it and burn and char its arms, and it goes, and it seems to be fighting its will to fight back against you. Anything else you can do with your turn?
That is it.
All right, perfect. So it's now the turn of these giant green beings, and Varel, the one that you attack attempts to back up, but there's one behind him. So he turns around and he rails his great axe into the one behind him to get him out of his way. And that's a hit. He deals damage to one of his allies. He just sinks the axe right into his chest. The other one goes, "Whoa!" And then he goes, "Ah!" And the two demons begin wrestling into this pit near the tower, and they begin fighting just in that pit on that side. Now here, the remaining demons, there's 3 in your vicinity. They stop, and they begin backing away. Slowly, but holding position. And that's true of... they begin backing away a little bit, or they don't act at all, as they're sort of frozen in horror, looking in Hope's direction and not moving and not attacking. Now, these dretches here that form part of the frontal assault do begin moving up, forming a large line and circle around the front of the tower. And I'm only doing the front line of the Dretch army here, but there are more. Just picture there being more behind them, just so we don't slow down the map. Okay? So the Dretches are slowly making their way towards the door, but walking, not battle fervor of combat. And these large demons begin backing away respectfully. It's Elentrus's turn, and since you didn't say anything, Stanley, she continues to move up.
I did say something. I told her to hold on.
Oh, I missed it through all of it. Sorry, I didn't think you said anything. All right. So since you said anything, she holds on. She runs towards the front door of the gate, and she stands near what appears to be a series of levers. Like there's this large thing that that she can move. This lever to close the door, and she stands near it and she holds it, and she locks eyes with you, and she nods in your direction as if waiting for you to make the call. All right, Hope, it's your turn. And they're both away. Oh, there we go.
Okay, it's good. It's good. He was just playing with something noisy, so I had to make sure Chunks was busy with a piece of string. So Hope, seeing all of this, will command the demon to lower itself, and she'll dismount on the ground. And start walking back to the tower. She won't try to enter it, though.
Okay, so you're going to walk towards the tower with the hand on and not do anything else?
She's still kind of taking in what's happened, but she'd rather not act before knowing in full what's going on.
There's like a little thing there. I don't know what that is. You see that? There's like a little thing on my... All right. So you walk towards the tower, and as you walk towards the tower, you hear a voice speak to you and says, "Where are you going?"
Hello.
What do you mean, where am I going?
The battle is won. Turn around and dominate your enemy. You have nothing to fear from them now. Come. And the hooded figure begins walking out towards the Dretch army.
The demons? Yeah.
No, the hooded figure begins walking towards the demons to the south.
Yeah, okay, cool. I was just clarifying the hooded figure to the demons.
He turns around, he says, "Follow."
All right, Hope will kind of squint as she watches the hooded figure, but she'll follow.
You're going to follow? Okay.
Yeah.
So you begin walking in the direction. Varel, you're not quite sure why Hope walks towards the tower, then begins walking out past the paladins, and the paladins whisper, like they say things, and they go, "What has she done?" You know, there's these voices, you can hear them whispering. It's almost painful the way you feel their judgmental eyes upon you as you walk past them towards the line of dretches where the hooded figure awaits. He says, "You should bring your companions. This will be the last chance. They do not come with you now. You will not see them for a long time."
Can we all see this, by the way? This person, this creature, this group, whatever it is?
Nope.
Okay.
You can only hear what Hope's saying to an invisible force of some kind.
All right.
Gonna make me cry doing this. Oh my god, I'm a-
So you get the sense that you have to make a choice with who you're bringing with you, or if you're going alone.
Hope's gonna tell Varel to go back to the tower.
Okay. All right. If we need a minute or two, just let me know.
I feel ridiculous. Hope's not crying, by the way. Hope's stoic and cool.
For sure.
Yeah, Hope's gonna tell Varel to head back to the tower. She's got this alone.
All right. Varel, you hear this, and Hope, having decided not to bring any of her companions with her, even though you know that the Dretches can't see the figure in front of you that has the hooded figure, they form a path for him in the army of Dretches, and he begins walking through it, and you know your only way forward is to walk through the army of Dretches in that path.
All right, Hope will cast a look back to the tower and to her friends, and she'll kind of give her nod that they've got this and they can maybe save her, maybe whatever it is they decide to do, and she'll face forward where the hooded figure walked, and she'll follow.
All right, so you walk through the Dretch army, and you feel their breath on your back as they close in behind you, leaving just enough space for the phantasm of the hooded figure and yourself to begin walking through all the way back to that area where you initially met General Carthax and Ulvert, as you make your way to a raised stone platform with tents upon it. The army makes its way for you, and you move up the stairwell, and you see banners of bones and hide all along the way up. You make it to the top. You make it to the top of this stone spire where the evil commanders are making battle preparations. You see once again General Carthax. He's a large being the size of a house with like rock-like plate armor, green burning eyes, and Ulvert, an imp that's has a body of a baby but the head of an old man. He's all gray, and they're both standing there. And as you make your way to as you walk towards this, the hooded voice speaks to you and says, "If it goes as I expect, the demon army will retreat and the pact will be finished. The devils will still want to speak with you. If one of theirs offers you an invitation, you should accept it, but make no deals."
Hope stays quiet, but she tries to exhume that she understands, and she'll kind of go into queen mode.
Mm-hmm. And as you make it to the platform, the general first looks at you, and he goes, "This isn't exactly what we meant when we asked for you to bring us the hand. You were not supposed to be wearing it."
You never said I couldn't.
Ah! Ulvert, our alliance is finished. The hand has fallen into the possession of someone who can now speak with voice, and our opportunity is over. Your devils have failed. We were foolish to trust you and your manipulative ways. This was bound to fail. Orcus has called a retreat and a dissolution of the alliance. All demons return to the abyss. We will honor your one-day armistice as our compact dissolves. But the blood war is back on, Ulvert. You'll be seeing us soon. And then the demons and the rest of the players, you can see the demons begin to fly up into the air or to turn around and begin immediately walking away, ending the siege at the tower. So you can as we play out what happens with Hope, you can see the demonic forces begin to retreat. Ulvert then looks up at you and he goes, "Well, it's good to see you again, Hope, but General Carthax is right. It's not quite the deal that we had in mind. It's very disappointing."
But the deal was completed nonetheless, yes?
Yes, but you've put the hand on your wrist. That's not what we intended at all.
You should have been more clear.
Let's be clear. No one here feels bad that you did that. The person that we feel the bad for the most is you. Because now your path is set by him. At least before you had a chance to end up with your soul somewhere kind of okay. But it's very sad to see a pretty young girl take on a path of ultimate evil. It's just sad. But I've got this for you. And he reaches into the folds of his skin. And he, after pulling out, after reaching right in, he's got a fat little belly. He's able to hold things in there. He's got like this envelope. And it looks all crinkled, and then he blows on it, and it magically straightens. Pink. And he's like, sorry, it got a little bounced around, but in the pouches of my skin. But here, this is for you. And you see there's an envelope with your name written in beautiful, elegant letters, and it says Hope, and there's like a little butterfly drawn on it and some sparkles.
Hope opens it.
Okay, and when you open this envelope, you see that it's a beautiful, beautiful calligraphy invitation to it's invitation to a little get together hosted by Asmodeus at the Kaiser Casino.
Awesome.
What is it? Says Ulvert.
An invitation. Thank you.
An invitation to what? I mean, I know who it's from.
Does he decorate all of his letters like this?
Yes, why not? It's this very lovely calligraphy that's on there. Oh, and I look at the eye. I see you put extra effort into writing the eye.
The casino. How do I get there?
Oh, well, that's easy enough. I can take you there right away. You hear a voice from behind you saying, "Wait. Hope."
Hope turns to look
turn
behind
around,
her.
and you see up the stairwell that you've passed up, you see the hooded figure of Spatulo following behind. He says, wait, Hope. Do not go with these. You have a commitment. Yes, to Tobacho. You must bring this item that you have. You must bring it back to him. It's very dangerous, but I can help you. We came to help you.
I'll visit him soon enough.
No, do not go with these devils. They
Hope's
mean you
going with
harm.
the devils. You can come with if you want.
They mean you harm.
So do many things.
But do you still invite him to go with you?
Yes.
So he peers the mullet over and he says, "I agree." And Ulvert says, "Well, that's great. We're gonna have to get you a ride of some kind to get there." And then he looks over, and there's that woman didn't have a face, just had this like thing over top, and she's the one that initially had charmed you. So he looks over to her, and she raises her arms up, and it's clear she's summoning from the earth right in front of you. There's a little rumbling as the earth shakes, and then this large pillar of earth, looking old and ancient, but looks like a legit pillar, like a Grecian pillar, but red and black, just grows from the ground. And you guys from the tower can see this large pillar grow out. And then inside the pillar are these two doors that are detached, and the stone just instantly, you hear this like stone on stone sound of instant opening, and it opens up, and inside this door, in the pillar, you see this large lake of fire, and then this beautiful footpath with flowers and some ornate garden, with the lake of fire in behind, leading up to this raised cliff over top of the lake of fire. And then there you see a modern looking, modern as an Earth-like casino right over the lake of fire. Ilvert says, "Here you go. We can take you right away to the Kaiser Casino."
Awesome. Hope will enter and start walking.
All right. And before you even enter, you see the voice in the hood, and he moves before you, entering into that area. And then you walk in, and Spetulo slinks behind you through the portal. The portal closes behind you, sinks into the ground. And from the White Tower, Nash, Stanley, Varel, you see the army quickly begin to take off into the air or move along the ground in chariots or on foot as the forces of evil move away from the tower, seemingly for good. But also, no hope.
Stanley will walk out front, having kind of instinctively, as Hope walked away initially, darted forward to try and stop her. But then realizing what she was doing, stopped. And he would just he would kneel next to Varel, take out his medical kit, start cleaning up the bleeding so Varel doesn't bleed to death. And while he's working, just kind of yell out, "Paladins of Euphemius, what are you waiting for? Get back in the tower."
The paladins begin picking up their swords with their heads hung low and begin walking into the tower sullenly.
Nash is going to wander out in disbelief and say, "I only agreed to any of this because she was in effect our queen. And she's gone. She's left. Stanley, this wasn't part of the deal."
Yeah, well, we were apparently wrong about a lot of things.
I'll just look around the field and just not know what to do.
You hear a couple of steps sort of going like behind you, Nash. And you look and you see it's Walnut, and Walnut runs up and goes, Hey, how did the battle go? Did you guys win?"
Freaking Walnut.
And he takes in the sullen soldiers walking in, bloody, either carrying the dead in with them or just looking defeated themselves. Nash, that doesn't look so good.
Not now, Walnut.
Where's Hope?
I'll go, "It's none of your affair," and I'll fire a firebolt.
Oh.
I'm firing a firebolt into the sky right as I say that.
Oh, not in here, Nash.
Just shoot it into this freaking air.
The other paladins react, or clearly they feel what you feel as you lash out with a firebolt towards the ceiling. Does anyone need any healing?
See to Varel. Over there by
Okay.
Stanley.
All right, and Varel, you're still out in the front area, right? Trying to put the box together.
Oh, I was attacking demons when last.
Okay, so when they were all retreating, were you just continuing to attack them as they
Yeah,
ran off?
no, I was
Oh,
running around
okay.
as long as my health held over 2 turns of bleeding. I
Alright,
was
so
standing
Walnut-
and going.
So you're running around the front yard like a dog, just like chasing everything, and as they run away, you're like pummeling it into the ground, and you hear a voice call from you from the doorway, Varel, it's time to come in.
Walnut, we're not done.
And like as you say that, you have like 2 dretches in your hand tied up in a pretzel or something like that.
Perfect.
Varel, she's left. She left us. Come
Hope she'll be back.
on what authority do you know this?
She took the fist. She absorbed its power. She will survive and return to her kingdom.
I hate to. The fist is right here, and Walnut points to the chest that's open with the fist in it.
Yes. The fist has been spent to transform Hope into a beautiful being of power.
Really?
Do you want to test it, Walnut?
What? The fist? I shouldn't.
Well, we have what we
I'd get
came
a lot
for.
of trouble if I put that fist on.
Indeed, you would likely grow into a beast of some formidable power, whatever's left in it.
I'm not allowed to do that.
No, I figure not.
Sorry, I'm making myself laugh.
It's Walnut after all.
Though I stand very confused as to why we are mourning a loss when we have gained a victory.
We gained a forfeit. They left. The minute she blinked out of here, they left. They just up and left. That wasn't a victory. That was
Scared them off.
That's one way of interpreting it. I think she got a better offer. I don't know what it was, but something better than hanging out with us. We have seen our last of the queen.
That's why she left. I'm sick of hanging out with these
Yeah.
guys. They're boring.
It's a little junior high group.
That simply isn't true. Hope returned to me, and I pound my chest. The Eye of Grosjean. Destroyed by the planet face long ago.
Well,
Your chest warms with every hit. When you hit it, it's like petting it, and it likes it.
I've missed you too, good friend. Why would a being of such great evil, who never plans to return, give me such a great gift and name me their general?
You don't get a verbal answer in response, but you get a feeling back that being was a great being worthy of respect. It's not about good or evil. It's just about formidable. The being is formidable and worthy of like tradesmen, or people who were in the army together. There's a kinship with this creature, this being. But no comment as to whether it's a good or a bad aligned thing. That stuff kind of doesn't matter. To grow.
No, it does not. So I'll ask again. Why do we sulk? The day is won.
do you see Hope? Do you know where she is? Do you know when we'll see her again?
Hope has ascended, as was her wont for a long time. She's likely gone to destroy anybody to recover her father, as often what she speaks of.
Varel, it feels like abandonment, and we're still stuck here.
We're not stuck here. Surely that man's spot. Where's the caster man?
The caster man.
The man who wanted to steal the fist, but now he can have it.
Oh.
Went with Hope.
Yeah, they're that last seen together.
There is, however, still airships in the sky that you would know are still there because you last visual. Well, you're still outside Varel, so you can see them, as well as that really large moon with the city that you can see filling up the night sky. That hasn't gone anywhere. That's still up there.
The one I made.
So when you look up, you see some nighttime clouds. You see 3 airships, 1 large, 2 small, and you see a giant moon and a city on the surface.
And that's the moon that pooped out when I was having wild magic problems.
You're responsible for the moon being there.
I didn't know I had a city on it. I missed that somehow.
Yeah, there's a large like city lights you can see like from electricity of some kind. It's strange.
Well, then it is clear. The paladins have no need to protect an artifact that is spent. We return it to Bacho Fleur using one of these airships.
Stanley,
Yeah.
what do you want to do?
Right now, I want to get everybody inside. I want to get everybody patched up. I don't want any more people to die today. After that, I don't know.
Elentris looks over. She says, Stanley's correct. Vorel, you must get in here. We're going to close up now. We must recover and rest.
Oh, you're free. Your entire plane is free.
We don't know what machinations take place beyond what we can see. It's safer in the tower for now.
We can still call the airship. I have the stone. We can let them know that we need another night. We'll figure it out.
Doesn't seem any way to celebrate.
It's not, but we need rest. We need to process this. I know you're optimistic about Hope's whereabouts or destiny. I don't know that anyone shares those feelings. We should sleep this off and decide what to do in the morning.
I'd turn to the Knight Commander. Is it still your intention to man this tower, defend it, even with the fist being depleted as it is?
I don't know what my intentions are. We have to figure out where we stand on everything. I just want my brothers and sisters safe from harm. If Pharrell wants to stay out there, then he can. In fact, you know what? Stanley, you close the door. You talk him into coming in and close the door. I have to go see it to my men. She lets go of the lever and she begins making her way inside the tower. Don't leave the door open for too long. And then she walks away without saying another word to the stairwell in the center of the first floor and begins making her way up to take care of her charge, basically.
Before she leaves, I grab the fist from the box and throw it towards the gate, throwing it inside.
Okay, so you throw it in the box or loose? Sorry.
Loosey-goosey.
Okay, so you throw it towards the gate and it hits an invisible force field and hits the ground. Bunk.
Seems your job's not done, Commander.
She's not. Is there a roll you want to make? Like, this intimidation roll or something else?
I mean, that'd probably just make it worse. So let's just use words.
She stops in her tracks and she turns around and she looks She glances at Stanley, and she glances at you, and she says, "The fist was a ruse. The hand is what we were protecting, and the hand is gone. The day is lost. Quit trying to say that it is otherwise. Get in here, rest, so we can figure out what to do next." And then she turns around and storms up the stairwell.
With my finger in the air, I spin around to anybody listening. That would have been important information.
We didn't have it either.
She continues walking up the stairs.
It all happened so fast.
The hand. Not the glove. The fist.
There were things we weren't told.
I get it. But it's still an evil glove.
That's
it's confirmed.
That's a fair.
Throw it in. That's a for sure. That's verified. It's a verified user.
Wild stuff, these planes.
Yeah.
If a glove can be evil, Nash, I believe Hope can do whatever the hell she wants.
She may yet be in charge of whatever is attached to her now, or whatever she's become. Maybe she has all the agency in the world, but she chose to leave us here. Damn it, I have a baby in the waist. That kid's going to be in high school before I get home. And then I flip off the sky with both these hands and the baby hand all go whah at the same time at the sky. Just a big old bird.
Well, Nash, I will need your aid in solving this box to get the glove. Thornfor's glove back inside.
Well, how heavy is it? Let's just do it.
It's a box. The box is it's.
So the difficulty with the box is that it's kind of like it's a bit of a puzzle the way it opens and closes. It's not a lid that opens. It unlocks kind of like, I'm trying to think of the movie I'm thinking of.
Oh, like Pinhead.
Geometry.
Like Pinhead and the Pandora's box from Hellraiser.
It opens up very ornately. Yeah. And then it has like this plank where you would place the treasure on it and then close all the different sleeves and pieces together on top of it. And Varel's, if you push one in, they all kind of push in together. But holding it closed requires a resealing of the magical lock, which you immediately know just looking at it because you have some knowledge of the arcane. You look at it and go, "Oh, yeah, magic box."
Okay. But I may not know the puzzle part.
Well, it just looks like a puzzle, but once you hold one, you can close it in. It's not that difficult to close. The thing is, it's keeping it closed. You got to lock it. You can't just close it unlocked, if that makes sense.
Right. And that's a magical seal of some sort?
Yeah, so the way it opened was the medallion was placed in this cutout in the box, so it's put in. So you figure that if you turn the medallion as you close it and then remove the medallion, you should be able to keep the box locked.
Okay.
But you'll need somebody to hold it closed while you do that.
Then I will explain all of that to to Varel, and we will make the attempt.
While holding it closed, I go on and on about how, so if I put on the glove, it would have taken my hand. But if that means someone else put on the glove, they would gain all of my power.
Yeah.
We can trade powers.
Maybe.
Like, we'll get Stanley to put on the glove, and we'll get his hand. And then I could have all the powers of Stanley.
Take it from somebody who's lost a lot of the parts of himself. You don't want to just willy-nilly give up your hand, Varel. I'd rather have my hand and my freedom than all the power in the world.
You could say that Hope has received more freedom than the two of you have. She may have broken her deal.
Yeah, but is that real freedom? What does that power gain her? Other than the potential loss of her comrades and anyone who cared about her here.
Well, from what we saw, the ability to grow horns and destroy people with finger touches and make them into mounts and fly around at will. See invisible people.
That stuff's cool. Don't get me wrong. But at what expense? To lose your friends for a little power is not. There's no power at all.
I just want, for the audio listeners, want to point out Hope is dabbing, like mega dabbing constantly during this whole conversation. Which is really funny.
I think you see this all wrong, Nash.
Yeah. How?
If you grow in power, if we are worthy enough, we will see Hope again.
Now, why do you think that?
Because we are intertwined. We are the heroes of the waste.
Yeah.
She is a queen.
You think she could have told us, maybe? She'd been having these conversations. She kind of knew the alternative plan here without telling anybody else. You think maybe she could have shared that with her three best friends, or you think that was just a little too much for old spiky head Jill there?
Well,
Great
right.
role playing.
Will we be calling her that for the...
Nash turned into Scott.
Would it be helpful if I referred to her as such now?
No. She'll always be Hope, or maybe she's changed her name. Maybe she has a great and terrible name now. Maybe
what about Mega Hope?
Mega Hope? I don't know. Maybe she's
Ultra Hope.
Ultra Hope. She's the Pope. No, I don't know what she would have done to herself, but with this kind of power, what does she need with us? She's not gonna. There's no rendezvous. There's no coming back. There's no. It doesn't matter how much power we have. You could have 10 of your chest Grosjeals and it wouldn't matter. She's on a different plane now. It's a different level. It's like a completely separated, almost reality. There's no time for puny humans like me or puny lizards like you, no offense. Or even punier, tinier little elf people like Stanley over there. No time for that. She's got bigger fish to fry, as they used to say in the solar mines. Bigger fish to fry.
All right. Well, you guys are a bundle of flaff. So is there anything you guys want to do? Because I'm going to move on, I think, to whatever's next.
Did we successfully seal the box up while we were talking?
I need you to make an arcade check. Okay, that's what we were doing.
All right.
It's not a criticism. It's just funny. You're just like, man, this sucks.
All right. Hold on. I'm getting it. Hold on. You said Arcana?
Arcane check, please. Yeah.
Okay. 18.
All right. You managed to figure the thing out. You have to jiggle the medallion a bit as it cinches in place. The magical teeth connect, lock into place, and then bloop,
awesome.
Pull out the medallion. You have the medallion for the box in your hand, and the box is closed.
Okay.
And the box can be wheeled inside the tower, or floated, rather, inside the tower.
Like Carbonite Solo.
Basically.
Send in a floater.
Yeah, it's a good analogy.
I will give the medallion outreach it, attempt to hand it to Stanley. I don't want to carry that damn thing.
Okay.
Stanley kind of begrudgingly takes it, puts it back in the bag where it was stolen from.
All right. And where you guys gonna, Vorel, you going back in the tower? Are we closing up the tower, or are we just killing stragglers? Which is something you can do.
Tempting, but I'll go inside the tower.
All right. So Vorel finally, satisfied that you've chased off everything you could chase off and murdered everything you could murder, or slaughtered them in glorious combat. Murder sounds bad. You proceed into the tower, and Stanley, you close the door behind him. And you guys make your way into the tower. For who knows what's next. It's hard to know. You all have that same feeling of uncertainty and apprehension about Hope's actions. Speaking of which, let's bring Hope back. She's around. You guys can stay connected, but I think there has to be a trade-off that's happening.
All right.
Some parental shuffling. But everyone here is welcome to listen, even though you're not here. So Hope, you step out onto this rock platform, Spatulo behind you and the hooded figure in front. Now there appears to be this asphalt road leading up this cliff overhang on a lake of fire where this very ornate building sits that you were been told is the Kaiser Casino.
All right, Hope continues.
All right, the voice, the hooded man standing a little bit in front of you, reaches a hand out like this as if to stop you. And he turns around and faces you. And you can tell he's looking you over, even though all you can see is just a little hint of a chin out of the hood. And he says, "No, this will not do." And he steps forward towards you and reaches out a hand that you can feel, even as it gets close to you, you feel cold. It's like a big ice cube, like a super ice. It's just like you can feel it freezing as it gets near you. And he reaches out a hand to your neck and rips something off. You feel flesh rip on your shoulder, but it doesn't hurt you. And then he retracts his hand, and you see like there's like this little tab of flesh with writing and infernal on it. And you recognize it as what you were seeing as TWBD's like stamp on your soul. And he just takes it and he throws it out, and it blows out into the lake of fire. And
Problem solved. Suck it, TWBD.
You won't be needing that or him ever again. And then he turns around and he says, "Where's our ride? It's late." And just as he says that, a car, a black SUV, drives around the corner and it just pulls up right in front of you. And then the window rolls down and there's a man with a tuxedo in there. And he says, "Hi, you're going up to the casino."
Yes.
"Well, why don't you hop on in? We'll take you right up there. Sorry I'm late."
Hope stays quiet and gets in.
All right, so you open up the back of the SUV and get in, and Spatulo looks around and goes, "What manner of chariot is this?" And he gets in and he sits next to you, but he keeps his distance from you in the back. And you see that the driver has glasses. He's this white human male with a suit on. He's driving. And he goes, "So, how was your ride in? Good flight?"
It was a nice walk.
"You walked here? Wow. Well, I was just about to say, you look awfully fit. You do a lot of running?"
Not recently.
Okay. Well, I go for runs. It's not enough just to go out on the weekends. I try to also do it 2 or 3 times a day to keep fit. I usually run by the Trail of Burning Souls, and it's done me a lot of wonders since I've started doing that. So what are you here for? Just the gambling?
Yes.
All right. And as you say yes,
And it's a very ominous yes. There's a lot of weight to that. Yes.
As you say yes, a giant serpent of pure fire jumps out of the lake and over top of the path that you're on as you're moving on this cliff out this ledge. It jumps over the road that you're on. You see it sort of trailing fire through your sun tinted windows as the serpent of fire shoots over top of you and then splashes down to the lake nearby. And the driver goes, "Whoa, that's a sight you don't see in very many places. I'm glad you're able to make it here on your walk."
Hope will nod.
Sorry, just here for the gambling? You said yes? What games you like? I'm a sucker for blackjack myself.
Poker.
Oh, poker girl. That's nice. And what kind of stakes you playing?
The highest there are.
Oh, that's exciting. We don't have too many high stakes poker games here. I may come and watch if that's all right with you. Is Asmodeus having a poker game tonight?
Possibly.
All right. Well, I see you like adventure because you don't seem to be sure of anything you're doing. But if you're going to the Kaiser Casino, that means you're here for Kaiser fun. So let's do this. And then he hits the gas and begins driving even farther and pulls you right up to the casino. And you pull in and the valet comes up to the truck and The driver says, "No, I don't need that." Here you are. And he gets out of the truck. He runs to the door and he opens the door and he bows and sprays his, or not sprays, but when you do it with your hand, he sort of bows and motions with his hand to step on out.
Well, hope we'll get out.
Do you have any furniture that I can get them to bring up for you?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, if you need a ride back and don't want to walk, just see the concierge. They have our number. It's the the Infernal Shuttle Service. We'll take you anywhere we need to go, faster than anyone else, guaranteed. Or we'll kill ourselves.
Hope won't laugh, but there's a smirk.
All right. I'm glad to see a smile. All right. We hope to hear from you soon. And he gets back into the truck, and Spatullo gets out, and he closes Spatullo's door, gets into the SUV, and drives off. And you're now standing in front of a casino. There are these sliding glass doors. There's a large statue of a man in like a dining coat, sort of, not in the front door, but there's that grass area where the cars drive around to get into the driveway of the place, right? So there's a big gold statue of a man in a dining coat that you don't recognize. And then you see the doors open and an older couple, and they're both kind of on the letting themselves go side of things, walk out, and they just seem to walk past you, and they go, "Oh, that was lovely. I had a good time. Where's our car? Oh, let me just go back in and call concierge." And the older man turns around and goes in, and the older lady walks to a bench and sits down with her purse on her lap, waiting for her husband.
Hope continues in.
All right. And as the casino doors open, you hear the sounds of slot machines, and you see before your very eyes there's a small lobby and then a second room that's open, and it's full of elderly people playing slot machines. There's also a set of stairs in this foyer and leads up. You don't know where, but there's a set of stairs going to a second floor here.
Cool. Hope we'll walk up to the concierge desk and present the invitation.
All right. So as you get to the concierge desk, you see that there is this, he's also a rather large, dumpy-looking demon, kind of sitting on a chair that's too small for him. He's got these wings and these horns like a devil. And he goes, "Hello, miss. What's that you got there?"
I received an invitation. Where do I go?
"Oh. You're the one he wants to see. Okay. Make your way up the stairs and down the hall and to the right. Follow the signs that say to go to the dining lounge. You got that?"
Hope nods, turns, and immediately
Wait.
starts to follow the direction.
No, wait. Can I take your coat?
Is Hope even wearing a coat?
You're not wearing your coat.
Yeah, she'll just keep walking then.
All right. And Spatullo looks back at him and then looks back and follows this hooded, creature of a person following, almost like your golem, right? He's just following behind. He's not that messed up, but, he's very evilly. So you make your way up the stairs and you follow the signs that say dining hall. So there seems to be different lounges, probably areas where you can rent out party rooms. There appears to be a theater in here, and there's some signs pointing towards the theater. You follow the signs to the dining lounge, and as you get close, you see that the dining lounge doors are open, and you can just walk right in. And there seems to be this low lighting and these small little tables with 2 or 3 chairs and a little lamp at each of the tables, almost like a comedy club or a dance lounge. And then you see there's a stage on one side with curtains. Sorry, this Hope's got to get an emergency message here. Okay, so there's curtains. Do you need any time? Sorry, Hope.
I'm sorry, what did you
need
need
any
from me?
time? I just thought maybe you might need some time.
No, all good, all good.
Okay, excellent. So there's a stage. There's has this like singer's lounge or maybe comedy club feel to it, and in the back, lit up, there's a shelving full of alcoholic bottles and a bar and some chairs that are bar seats, and there's a man washing a glass with a white dining jacket on. He's got jet black hair but silver streaks on the side, a mustache. Looks kind of like the Codebreaker from the second sequel movie. What's that one called? Turn of the Jedi.
Second sequel.
I know
movie.
which one you're talking. The one played by Del
What
Toro.
everyone hates. Last Jedi. There you go. So not everyone, just a significant amount of people. Yes, but he looks like the code breaker, not the original one, right? That diners, lounge kind of casino. It even takes place in a casino. I didn't even make that connection till now. But he has that it's diners jacket on. Little beautiful rose on the right side of his dining jacket. He's there just cleaning glasses, and you hear him.
I was requested.
Oh, you made it. It's good to see you. Come, sit down. Welcome.
Hope will come in and sit down.
Who's this? He points to the Spatulo.
This is Spatulo.
Oh, and is he cool?
Seems to be.
I mean, you know what I mean when I say that, right? Do you know what he means?
Hope assumes he means betrayal, the chance for betrayal, or telling secrets or something.
Yeah, something like, is he cool?
So far.
All the same, I think I'd feel more comfortable if he was outside. Can you ask him to wait outside?
Hope will look at Spatulo and give him a nod to get out of the room.
Spatulo, is that your name? We got a great dinner special. We've got a show tonight, so we're just going to talk to your friend here 10 minutes, and then you can come back in, make you a great meal, all that. Just go play some slots, all right? And he walks up to Spatulo, puts his arm around Spatulo, and then reaches into his pocket and takes out, he's got a handful of cash, and he counts these dollar bills. He's like, here, go play slot machines. See you, kid. And then he closes the door. As Spatulo leaves, he takes both handles of the door, these emergency door handles, and closes them behind him. And he turns around and looks at you again, having closed the door, leaning on the door handles. Hope. That's your name, right?
Yes.
So, what's it feel like?
I'm guessing you're Asmodeus.
Oh, no need to be so formal here. You can call me Brett. But yeah, I mean, some call me Asmodeus on occasion, for sure, in formal settings. But, we're here at the Kaiser Casino. We thought it'd be just nice to do a meet and greet, get to know each other. I imagine that we're going to, be interacting on some level. And I thought, look, the demon hordes, they only know how to solve things one way. They just want to kill everything. And when they're done, they just want to kill themselves. And if they could kill themselves 50 times over, they'd kill themselves. If they could reach into the future to kill themselves, into the past, they would do it. That's all they want to do, is they want to end all life. I appreciate their commitment to things, but they miss the nuances of things. But, not me, man. I think if there's a friendly way to solve a problem, or there's a way where we can do it, we're all pissed off, why not do the friendly way? I mean, life's a short thing, right? Do you want a drink? I can get you something to drink. What do you want?
Something that burns.
Here we go. And he snaps his fingers, and 2 martini glasses filled with fire appear. And he goes, hey, you want a flame belcher? Here you go. Try it. It's delicious. It's from KZX7. They really mastered the recipe, and when we learned about it, I mean, we were just a big fan. We like things on fire around here. It's a great drink. Try it.
Hope we'll try it.
All right. You attempt to drink it, and it tastes like fire, but you've never tasted fire before, because usually it goes out. So it's like fire that doesn't go out. So it sears the whole way down, but in this pleasurable way that releases endorphins, and also it gets you drunk. It's pretty high on the alcoholic scale. You begin to feel the room sort of just lurch a bit and feel that burning feeling of drinking. You want another one?
One is fine, thank you.
Just one more. He slaps his hands together and 2 more glasses appear. At least I'm having one. It's optional. If you want to have it, drink it. If you don't want to have it, don't drink it. Really. We're
Hope
here
we'll
to
drink it.
Yeah. All right, so you drink it, and again, you feel the fire down your gullet. And he also drinks his, and he goes, ah, whew. Ah, that's the good stuff. So, I'm Brett. It's nice to meet you. And you're Hope. And you come from, they told me, Earth. You're from Earth.
Yes.
Me and Earth, we go way back. Would you believe it? I mean,
I
know
believe
the
a lot
state
of things.
the state of Earth isn't great, and I know that, and but it used to be a great place. A lot of interesting innovations came from Earth. How is it now? I mean, clearly people are still living there. Haven't really paid much attention to it, but I heard there's some goings-ons there that, that brought you here.
Well, it's not exactly a happy place. There's a lot of sand.
Nowhere's a happy place, but it looks like a shithole. Still, that's what you're telling me.
There's a lot of sand. I'm not sure if that constitutes a shithole.
Well, we have to be planerly minded, which means, we can't only think of what the world is like to, say us on the plains. A sand planet might sound dreadful to you or me, but, I hear from a lot of people who come to the Nine Hells and say, hey, this fire realm isn't for them. But we have some devils here who love it. I mean, they go swimming. Look, I have this devil named Lubilak, and he's constantly swimming in the lake of fire. And he's one of the managers here at the Kaiser Casino. But, to get any work out of him, it's all good. Like I said, life's short. If the guy likes to swim, let him swim. That's what I say. What do you like to do?
I'd like to know what I'm doing here.
Yes. Okay, maybe I wasn't clear. Sorry, let me slow it down a bit. You put on the hand, right? And now there's this dreadfully robed guy probably talking to you right now. He's probably telling you to be careful around me. Do say hello to him. Anyways, me and that figure, we go way back. And when I say way back, I don't mean like high school. I mean like tens of thousands of years way back. Very familiar with the person that is going to be, well, your better half for the rest of your living days anyways. So, but I just wanted to know, since he's kind of not being a thing, right? You happen to notice the big war between the holy paladins of Euphemius and the devils and the demons. You noticed all that, right?
Yes.
That guy's a bit of a prick. And we kind of wanted to stop the whole thing before, maybe the hand got put onto a mortal being and then he was able to exact his agenda through that person. Not saying that's going to be you, but in the past, the people who've put on the hand have had a really hard time from, preventing him from getting the things that he wants, which I'm just going to tell you right now, don't freak out, is the subjugation of all creation to his will. So, not small stuff. I like to be proactive, and I thought it'd be good to have a meet and greet. I wanted to meet you, find out what you're like, and maybe work with you, to make sure that we can keep a lid on, this guy. Because you could live your whole life, and yes, he's going to be there, but it doesn't, just because you can take over all of creation, doesn't really mean you should. I mean, what do you really want? Do you really want to take over all creation?
Can't say I've ever thought of it.
Right. Do you want to have gods as slaves? Like, it's an appalling notion. It's an impossible notion, really. So, I thought, hey, maybe you just are a simple woman that wants a nice ranch out in the forest, a beautiful husband, maybe a few boyfriends, girlfriends on the side that you could have fun with, that there'd be no moral repercussions for. If there's some way that I could give you a pleasant and happy life, and we could keep Mr. Crotchety there, off your back. Well, what do you think? I mean, I'm pretty good to my friends. I'm kind of asking, do you want to be friends?
We can be friends, but I'm not making any deals.
No. Well, no. I mean, in a way, we'd be making a deal, but not an official deal, right? Like, I just want to give you what you want, and the only thing I want is maybe a bit of information, a heads up when something big's about to go down, and maybe there's a role that hell could play in this.
I'll have to think about it.
Well, that's why I brought you here. I mean, you're on vacation. Does anyone need you anywhere else?
Possibly.
I mean, why don't you take a bit of time here at the Kaiser Casino, get in some gambling? There's a swimming pool and a gym. There's a training facility for fighting, and anything you kind of want. Do you want to hunt people? Do you want to?
It's a dangerous game.
Do you want to cure some diseases? I mean, do you want to do philanthropic work? Hell does a lot of good work that doesn't get enough credit. We help a lot of people in third world planes that have very difficult financial time. We make deals with them all the time to provide them with food.
I want to check on my kingdom.
And your kingdom. Tiet Kala.
Yes.
That's your kingdom on Earth. They told me that in the briefing. Ulvert's a pretty good demon, I gotta say. Or, sorry, devil. Haven't had a reason to, torture him yet. Good guy. So, you want to go home?
I want to check on it.
All right. I think we can see what we can do. That's not impossible.
And I want to check in on my friends.
Well, listen, I'd love to help you check in on your friends, but they're kind of in close with those goody two-shoe Euphemian guys. Like, are they unbearable or what? Everything's about being good. Who has time to be good 24 hours a day like that? Am I right?
Hope very much hates the paladins, but all she'll do is give a nod.
All right, so listen, we can set this stuff up. I just have to be sure that you're my friend, and I'm not really getting a lot of vibe. Hear what you want, that's great, but I'm getting a little bit of mistrust vibes. We haven't really connected yet. And I think there's only one way that we're going to do that, and that is getting drunk. You're getting drunk with me tonight. I can make all these things happen for you, but you've got to get drunk with me tonight.
Hope's totally gonna get drunk with him tonight. She's gonna look at that hooded figure and she needs a drink.
And then he gets up onto he moves towards the stage and he knocks the microphone. And the microphone knocks down and the mic lands in his hand. And he begins singing, "It's just me and you." And a band begins to play. And as he twirls around, it opens up and then there's a big demon big band behind the curtain. And he begins singing this number. "You and me out on the town, we're gonna drink tonight." And he begins singing this whole number. And he doesn't, there's no effects. I don't need anything. I'm not going to sing the whole number myself. But he begins singing this huge number. It's very charming. There's gags in it. And after the number, he, bows before you and he says, what'd you think?
Hope will clap. That was surprisingly impressive.
So you'll drink with me tonight.
Hope will look at her arm. And she'll look back at Brett and nod. All
right. Bring it in. And then with the snap of his fingers, all of a sudden humans begin to populate this dining lounge. It was empty before. And the doors open up and Spatulo sort of desperately walks in and stands near your side and says, what did I miss? What had happened? And the place is filled with patrons all of a sudden. And Brent is sitting at the bar and the big band is playing and it's a full casino. And he pushes out the chair with his hand and you accept the seat?
Yes.
And you accept the seat and a bartender pops up from behind the bar where magically there was none. It's this large, 6-armed devil guy who's like, "What can I get ya?" Hey!
More of that fire.
All right, and he begins making fire drinks, and soon enough, after drink, you begin drinking. You begin forgetting about your problems. The world becomes lighter, and you have a marvelous time drinking with Asmodeus, and get into all kinds of drunken adventures, which we'll think of as we approach the end of the show. All right, before we wrap it up, is there anything anyone needed to do before the end of this?
Long rest is what Nash would like.
All right, so Varel, Nash, and Stanley would have returned to the tower, helped out where they could, and then got their rest. So make sure everyone benefits from a long rest. Hope, you will also, this will end well and not badly, so you will also eventually end up benefiting from a long rest. So everyone reset your character sheets, do all that business, and level yourselves up
Whoa.
to the next level of adventuring experience. Yeah! That's it for this week on There Will Be Dungeons. Tune in next week to see what kind of a friend the devil himself is.
Oh, a shitty one is my guess. Well, that's exciting.
Seems good to me so far.
Yeah, it's been all right, I guess. Well, this is exciting stuff. We don't know what's going to happen now. I don't know. Do you know people at home? Probably not. So you got to tune in to find out. And don't forget, if you like this show and you want to hang out and chill more with us and support us, you can go over to the site, therewillbedungeons.com, and become a Dungeons Plus member. Right after this, we're recording a bonus show just for you people. And that's how you get it. There's no other way to get it. So get in there and take advantage of that. That's therewillbedungeons.com. You can submit questions no matter who you are. So head over to the site and do that as well. We love getting your questions, love answering them on the bonus show. Again, that is therewillbedungeons.com, where you'll find everything else you might need to know for the show. That's going to do it for us, for me, for Bo, for John, for Kyle, for Kristen, for Baby Chunks, and me, I guess. Did I say me? Yeah, I may have.
On behalf of Scott, too.
Yeah, on behalf of me also. We'll see you next time. Maybe. Why isn't that playing? It's supposed to be louder.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network. Yes. Get more at frogpants.com.
Well done.
I will say one thing is that I'm a little